Hey everyone, Tin Man here, back with some more Dota Underlords. Actually, I'm really low ranked in this lobby. I am Big Boss 4 right now after struggling a little bit in this new meta. I dropped from Big Boss 5 down to 4. But who knows? Let's see if we can climb back up. I'm going to start off with Tiny, who's just like S++ tier at this point, I would say. With Primordials being so strong in the current patch, I know that the developers have said they intend to put out a patch to address Primordials in the next couple days here. So we're going to live it up with Primordials for as long as we have them. I don't exactly know what they're going to change about them, although I would bet they would probably nerf either the chance to proc or something along those lines, or the stun duration or disarm duration. I'm not a really big fan of the 1-star Forged in Battle. It's like half as effective as the old one is. The old one was pretty good when it's at the 2-star, where it gives plus 50 health, but plus 25 health is just, it's really, really small. So let's grab Razor, throw him out. Already starting the Primordial train here. And what do we want else pick up? Bat Rider, I guess? It's probably the next best one. The developers also said in the patch that's coming out in the next day or two, they are going to address Arc Warden and Hunters. So I'd assume Arc Warden is either going to get like health reduction or somehow deal less damage to opponents. This is a 2-star Final Flash. Yeah, you know what, I'm in to pick that up. The other two options there are pretty lackluster. The Tranquil Boots and the Vitality Booster. They're pretty low tier in terms of like items for the 1 cost or tier 1 items. So I don't feel like I'm missing out on much by that. And we also have Razor, who's good mage. And we can go into a more traditional mage route or, of course, the meta Primordial build. So either one of those options is pretty good right here, especially with Final Flash. Final Flash is one of those ones where it's just like the Fortune in Battle. I really don't like it at tier 1. I like it a lot more at tier 2 and 3. Because at tier 1 I don't feel like it ever does anything. Your mages are just gonna die before they actually get anything off. I don't know. Tranquil Boots, I guess? Summoning Stone is interesting if we get Font of Creation. But there's no guarantee we ever get a Font of Creation, and I'm not about to like kind of take that risk, I'll say. Whereas Tranquil Boots are perfectly reasonable. Not a lot here for the first PvP round. I'm just gonna pick up the pair of Bat Riders, and then Slarder's probably the next best unit out here. Maybe Tusk is pretty good actually. If we win, we'll pick up Tusk. It's hard to like just at a glance know if we're gonna win or not, because we could just get lucky Primordial stuns, or we can get no stuns and then we lose. So it's very hard to tell. Yeah, alright, we lose here. We did not ever stun their Tusk, so that's unfortunate. You know, I am gonna still grab Tusk. He does not play well with Final Flash, but I think Savages are the best build of warriors at the moment. So I'm more interested in Tusk than I am Slarder. Actually, this Claymore should be moved over to Razor. I think he has the fastest attack speed. Woohoo, there's a Tiny. Very nice. And who else we want to put in? The Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain's a good one to put in. And we can pick up these pairs. So now we've got 3 pairs, plus we've got a 2-star unit on board. Oops. And I'm actually going to move Tranquil Boots over to Tiny, because he's going to be much more survivable. And I should arguably move this Claymore over to Queen of Pain. She has slower attack speed, but she benefits from attack damage because of the Demon passive. But most of her value is in her Scream effect. Ooh. See, that's what happens when you have Final Flash being at such low percent. Your mage just gets one-shot by the time it actually gets to refresh. 20% is still kind of low, but not nearly as low as the 10%. Oh, we can pick up Ogre Magi. I didn't realize we had an extra gold. So we also have 2 assassins. Well, now we could grab a 3rd assassin with Slark, but I'm definitely going to pick up Tusk, and I think put him in and level up. Yeah. I want to level up. I kind of do want the Slark, if I'm being honest, playing towards a kind of an assassin's build. Am I really interested in that? Or am I just more interested in kind of stemming the bleeding here? That's why we leveled up, is because we don't really want to take too much excess damage in this early game, because obviously the damage has ramped up in the newest patch. Every round that you lose, you basically take an extra point of damage that you wouldn't have taken before. So, you know what? I'm actually going to get rid of these enchantresses for the Slark, keep my options open. Enchantress has definitely gone down in value since Treant Protector got nerfed, since now the Druid bonus is not nearly as powerful. Well, it's still just as powerful, but the fact that Treant is a much worse unit and is more expensive and harder to find just generally makes it a worse early game strategy. And Enchantress is like the worst Druid in the late game anyway. Okay, so there's a Bat Rider. So holding on to all these pairs has really started to pay off. How do I fit Bat Rider in here? Over the Razor, perhaps? I kind of really want to level up. Can't do that, but I want to get like the Slark back in there so we can get the 3 Assassin bonus, but I'm not going to cut any of my 2-star units. Razor's still good, don't get me wrong, but he's pretty low impact, even with Final Flash. Just doesn't deal a whole lot of damage. I mean, it does, what, a total of 100 damage? That's like 2 auto attacks from somebody else. Whereas like Queen of Pain, her Scream does 200 on her own. To like the same amount of people. And that's max damage too. That's if they're at the optimal spot. Whereas Queen of Pain does 200 damage to everybody in that range. Not just people on the edges. But we still want to keep the 2 Primordial buff in there. Alright, so we got some wins. I guess I can pick up, I don't know, Abaddon double Veno. Abaddon just because we have a Bat Rider. I know we missed the Chaos Knight earlier, but I'm not overly concerned. I don't really think we're going to play Knights. Definitely want to pick up a second Razor. And I could go all in on this Mage's idea by picking up Crystal Maiden and selling off these other ones for interest. I think I'll do that. Actually, I just forgot. That's a little sloppy play. I could have just sold off the Slark and Abaddon, kept the Venomancers, and then bought after interest locked in. That was me just playing a little sloppy. So I could have still had my pair of Venomancers right now. But I don't know if that... I don't think we'd play Venomancer in any kind of long-term capacity regardless. But if we did get him to 2-star, I would probably play him right now. Alright, so I want to level up, and here on round 8, who do I want to put in? Razor? Crystal Maiden? Oh, right, our idea was to put in Slark, but we had to sell him off for interest, which I still stand by, because I don't think we're going to stay Assassins long-term. Crystal Maiden's not that great into this build, just because we don't have the mage buff, and our guys generate their mana pretty quickly, so I think a Razor would be more appropriate. Actually, a Morphling is much more appropriate. Morphling is just a lot better than Razor right now at 1-star. I guess I just sell these off for interest. Keep the anti-mage so that we'll buy all these after interest locks in, and we'll have a pair of anti-mages. Ooh, somebody got a Queen of Pain too. Yikes. Queen of Pain is really good at 2-star. At all points in the game. Not just the early game. That Enchantress, though. We still got it. Oh boy, I was scared. I thought that fight could have gone against us very easily. But we got there. Just barely. If that Enchantress had cast like a second or two earlier, I think we just get demolished there. Because they start to heal up everything and we don't get to fight through it. Alright, so a 2-star Razor, that's going to be better than one of the Morphlings. We're up against the creep round here. I guess I will buy these Phantom Assassins. We're definitely not going to play Hunters. I guess there's a chance. This puts in Warriors over the Batrider. That's just going to be better for this moment. Is there a chance we play Warriors? Warriors with like Primordials and a Mage, like sub-theme, like 3 Warriors, 3 Mages? That could be a thing, right? Tiny, Kunkka. No, then I'm wasting like my Savage Warriors. And Kunkka got nerfed pretty hard. Oh my god, there's the Blink Dagger. Alright, are we doing it? Yeah, we're doing it. We're gonna give it another shot. This primordial strategy. We need to find Arc Warden now. That is the main thing we're looking for. Other than that, I think I'm just gonna sell off things for as much interest as possible. Actually, yeah. Sell those off. And I think I'll just buy the Lina and Sand. I'll just buy as much as I can after the combat starts. I guess I can put this on Morphling so he gets to cast quicker. Should have done that first. Or Razor, actually. If Razor can go make a quick cast, then take aggro, then get Final Flash to proc quickly, you could like cast 2 shots really quick. That'd be pretty good. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There goes our win streak. It was a small win streak. Alright, we want to buy things.
As long as my sister isn't here to slow me down.
Don't really care about Clockwork. There's a Kunkka. And a Shadow Fiend. Okay. Let's do something like this. But Sand King in? No, I don't. I sold off Queen of Pain, so I don't need these. This makes sense? Oh, I forgot to sell off for interest. Oops. What am I selling off? What am I keeping? Might keep Lycan. Just because human warrior. And we have other human warriors. Let's check out, look at our synergies here. So many people on this savage druid kind of deal. Well, 3 people have the Tooth and Claw at 1 and 2 star. That's alright. We'll beat them. We beat those compositions later in the game. That's a very like early game focused build. The bleed damage really falls off as damage ramps up and fights become a bit more explosive in the later stages of the game. Anybody going up to 7 yet? No. Okay. I'm actually gonna like kind of tuck myself off to the side here, just so I can a bit better protect the Shadow Fiend, and let's sell those off, and then we can pick up the Crystal Maiden and Dragon Knight after interest locks in. So this build right now is looking remarkably similar to our previous build, which was a pretty big fail. You can check out that video on my channel that I posted yesterday, where we tried to play the Arc Warden strategy, and I think we got 8th place with it, or some bottom 3 finish, I forget. It was bad. It was real bad. But But maybe I've learned from my mistakes, and maybe we can fix them for this attempt. I mean, we still need to actually find our Warden. That's going to be an important part. But until that point, am I going to want another warrior in here? I don't think so. I think I'm just going to sell for interest. Despite the fact that the game has sped up, where you need to be like more aggressive and re-rolling and spending gold earlier, I don't think it's that fast. We don't need to like completely ignore interest. There's no way for me to get the mage buff either. What mage would I even want into this build? I'd want Crystal Maiden plus, I guess, Keeper of the Light would be my next human. Yeah, so I don't think we're going to run 3 warriors forever. We're probably going to run Tiny and Kunkka, but then replace Tusk, and then level up and put in 2 mages. So Crystal Maiden plus Keeper of the Light. Put us up to 3 humans. Well, and Arc Warden. Then replace Kunkka with Arc Warden whenever we find it. There's another Shadow Fiend. So I'll wait for interest to lock in and then buy it. Creep rounds, we need to flip our formation so that the wolves don't just run right over our Shadow Fiend. And instead they'll aggro onto our warriors. Should be fine to beat this creep round. Really looking for... in terms of items, it's not really an item I'm really desperate for. I would be like happy with a mana item, like Arcane Boots. I think Arcane Boots is really good now that it affects a larger radius. And of course we want actual Arc Warden. That's probably the most important thing we could try to find at the moment. But that's not going to be found from the creep wave. Ooh. Ew. All these stink. I'm never going to have Heartless. I guess I take Aegis of the Immortal. Save me an extra turn at the end of the game. But if I'm just going to win the game, that doesn't even matter. Alright. I'm just going to level up and put the Crystal Maiden in. I do lose a point of interest, but I think it's worthwhile. Helps Kunkka get his boat off quicker. And same with Morphling. I'm not overly concerned about 1 point of interest with the increased penalties for taking damage. Uh-oh. This is like our build, but everything's 2-star for them. I feel like we're lacking damage here. We do get there. Okay. Who did the most damage there? I think it was Morphling, right? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Morphling's big carry here. I love the buff to Morphling. With a lower cooldown and faster mana cost means that he casts his abilities so much quicker. It used to have a 2-second longer cooldown at every rank, plus he used to require 100 mana. Now he only requires 75, I think it is. A whole lot of nothing here, but I am... How do I want to handle this? Do I want to be aggressive and reroll? I think I can reroll a couple times. I really don't want Tusk. No, I'm just going to sell off that for interest. Sit here. When does this... Sit here for another round or two, and I'm trying to think, when does this build really come online? So we're going to need the 4 Primordials, we're going to want 3 mages, and then like Shadow Fiend. So I probably need to get to level 8, right? Because from this exact build right now, I just want to throw in another mage, and I want to throw in a mage, so Keeper of the Light, and I also want to put in Arc Warden, so that would take the place of like Tusk. So yeah, I do need one more level. I need to get up to level 8. And I think we're healthy enough, and our comp is reasonable enough right now that I can get up there without rerolling anymore. Arguably, I probably shouldn't have rerolled last turn. You know, I'm just going to spend the gold right now to level up, put the puck in, so that I lose 2 points of interest, but I get the mage buff, and I just really don't want to lose rounds. And this will impact all of our damage, because like, look, all this like light blue stuff is all magic damage, so that all gets amplified by 30 some percent, right? What is it? 30, oh, it's 40%. I thought it was maybe 35. Yeah, that second Razor ult, when he just jumped in with Final Flash, oh, that was so good. How much damage did Razor do? Oh, that's nice. More than Morphling by just jumping in and then double ulting. Sweet. I guess this build really doesn't even need Arc Warden. I mean, Arc Warden's like fun to put in. He'd be good for the Primordial buff just because that's really strong, but like we can just win by just being a mage composition, right? I'm actually gonna like move backwards a little bit better. Stack up in this corner here. Better protect the puck and the Shadow Fiend. We're on a pretty big win streak, I just realized that. Plus 2 gold win streak, nice. I think that means is like Dragon Knight better than like Tusk? No, I wouldn't get the human bonus. It's probably not better. There's the Arc Warden. Okay, Arc Warden's gonna be better than Tusk. Well, I need like a 2-star Arc Warden. Although I guess now my warriors are a bit squishier. But maybe not, because now I get the Primordial buff. So maybe with all the disarms, maybe it's not all that bad. Okay, so... oh boy, we're getting hurt hard here. We just really lacked some of the damage that we needed at that point. Ouch. Alright, I think we need to reroll quite a bit. We've got a lot of like 1-stars still on our board. Kunkka, Arc Warden, Crystal Maiden, Shadow Fiend, Puck. There's a Kunkka. It's a creep round, so I don't need to reroll this turn, but like for next turn we will. Going into round 21 we will. If we get 2 stars on all of these things or replace Puck with like a Keeper of the Light, well, actually, I kind of even like Puck right now better than Keeper of the Light. Because Keeper wouldn't give me a human buff. And he just takes so long to build up his ult. I'll probably pick up Keeper Lights just to hold on to if I think we need them, but that can wait. We can wait to put him in. Oh my god, Puck just got actual 1-shot. Oh. Our whole board got 1-shot. Oh. Well, that hurt. I thought we were killing them roughly at the same time. Summoning Stone? Okay, I'm in. That's actually really good for Arc Warden. I just realized that we missed the Summoning Stone earlier. I guess I maybe should have like prioritized that heavier, knowing that it gets played in Arc Warden compositions. Oh well. I'm rerolling quite a bit here because, like I said, we need some of these upgrades. Is this too much rerolling? No, it is not. Alright, so I spent a lot there, but I think it was worthwhile. We got the Arc Warden, we got Crystal Maiden, we got... what else did we get? Well, we got some other components of our build. Not everything that we need, but some. Now we've got a pair of Keeper of Lights and a pair of pucks. So whichever one of those makes the most sense. We could also replace, like, we could swap out Kunkka for Disruptor and then Puck for Keeper of Light and still keep the human bonus. But those would just, I think, would be upgrades on the whole if we do both of those. Oh, and Shadow Fiend? I forgot about that one. I may have missed Shadow Fiends, actually. I was not, like... I don't know if I was really looking for Shadow Fiends. Alright, we got a 2-star Kunkka, so I think that rules out Disruptor as being an option that we want. I'll just sit here on this gold threshold. And since we got a couple upgrades there, I feel a bit better about playing a little bit more passive and trying to build our gold up again. Just a little bit, at least. Nice Kunkka boat, idiot. he just threw it on an Eidolon that spawned. Maybe that was the only unit that was left, actually. I didn't really look up there. I just saw a boat coming down. I'm like, what is there? Oh, the Eidolon. Alright, so by playing this really aggressively, like, look at the rest of the board. Everyone else is still at 30, 40, 50 gold. Except for this one who's almost eliminated as well. I think that's like... I think that means that we're playing it correctly. Because we're not that far behind. We're gaining a couple less gold per turn. But we just hit somebody for 17. Like, that's really strong. And I think that dealing damage like that and kind of spending aggressively to make sure you have these upgrades is now a lot more worthwhile than playing for interest since the changes to damage taken. The games just go faster. Like, there's 3 people sub 30 right now, or at 30 or sub 30. Around 23, like, that is a lot more than... That is a lot more people low on life total than typically at this point in games. And people are taking big chunks. They're taking 14. They're taking double digits, like, all the time. Taking 10. I didn't see how much we dealt to our opponent, but hopefully it was a lot. Alrighty. What do I want to do now? I just, like, assume I'm gonna win to try to grab interest? I think so. There are a couple low-hanging upgrades that I could try to reroll for, but since I'm 1 round away from the creep round, I think I'd rather try to save for interest now and then try to level up or try to reroll a bunch on the creep round after round 25, going into round 26. I think that makes more sense. I lose here anyway. Uh-oh. Yikes! Lose by a lot. Why did he just suddenly spawn an extra Arc Warden? The heck? You saw that, right? This guy down here just randomly spawned an extra Arc Warden after combat was over. They're just like, yeah, let me just add 2 more damage to you. Come on. Alright. I mean, we have pretty much the same build. I guess they've got Keeper Light, they have a Warlock build, which I guess I hadn't really thought about throwing in Warlocks. Is Warlock better than... What could I even replace it with? I'd have to replace, like, Kunkka with a Warlock. Yeah, basically they're replacing Kunkka with a Warlock. I don't think that's correct for me, because Arc Warden's not a Warlock. I guess if we had that Disruptor, we could have done that. Yeah, maybe playing the Disruptor play was better, now that I'm thinking a bit more about it. Thinking about Warlocks. I don't think I'm going to level up again. Maybe I will, if it makes sense to do that. In any case, Look at the life total discrepancy. Everybody is in the red except for me. I mean, I'm not not that far ahead, but I'm like double health total of like the middle of the pack here. Well, I'll buy Alchemist just in case I decide to throw him in. Alright, then after this round, we're just going to reroll down, or should I level? Should I level just for Alchemist? I guess Daedalus, yeah. Daedalus is actually really good. Put that on Morphling. And then it would cost me 30 gold to level. It's like all of my gold. Nah, I'm just gonna reroll here for a bit. Try to find one of these upgrades. Puck, there we go. I'm gonna ditch Keeper of the Light. Right? I think so, because if I ever level up, I want to put in a Warlock. For the Warlock ability. Or who else could I put in? I could put in a Warrior. Oh, that's not that great. Which Warrior would I even want to put in? Couldn't put in Doom. I already have a Kunkka. Slarter. I guess Tide Hunter. Yeah, it's not great. Dealt 17 to him. Nice. I still haven't eliminated anyone. But a lot of people are going to be eliminated in the next 3 rounds-ish. So before we hit round 30, most, well, I won't say most, but I'll say a lot of people are going to get eliminated. I think that means I want to be aggressive. I don't want to accidentally get caught up in that spree of eliminations. And so that means my excess interest is not that important. Winning the round is that important, not interest. So I'm going to just level up right now to get somebody in there and reroll once or twice trying to find a tiny 3-star. Did not find it, but that's all right. So when games are this close, when games are everybody's at like similar life total and people are about to get eliminated, just forget about interest, because what matters now is surviving. And losing out on 10 gold, if I miss out on 3 or 4 points of interest over 3 or 4 turns, something like that, that is much less valuable than like winning or losing one fight, right? If I would have lost this fight because I didn't have that Warlock, I would have taken like 20 damage. And I would gladly pay 10 gold to save 20 health total at this point. And then by time the next 3 rounds come and go, by time that calculation works out where I spent the 10 or 15 gold in interest, there's already going to be half the people eliminated. And at that point I'm playing with house money at that point. I'm already in good shape. I'm already going to gain elo for being in the top half. Warlord's a really good unit, but not in this composition. I guess we want an Enigma. That's really the ideal unit we're looking for to replace Alchemist with. Alchemist is not horrendous by any means, but really more interested in Enigma, who actually does good things for what we're trying to do, or Disruptor even. All right, crushed this one, and this is the meta. This is how this meta works, right? You play Arc Wardens, you spawn extra Arc Wardens, you deal big chunks of damage to people. So, if you've seen my fail video the other day, hopefully this redeems me at least a little bit. Definitely in the top half, and who knows, maybe we can get even. I mean, we're in great shape to win the game, of course. But Savage did just repel my army, so we got to find a way to beat that. That's a good way to repel the army, or to beat him, I hope. Still looking for that Enigma. Nothing here. Same logic, I want to just keep re-rolling because we don't have that much game left. against a beast or the savage build. I think we should be good against that. I hope. Your Arc Wardens get crushed? I think they did. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. If we can get this Enchantress, we might be able to beat this. Yeah, we do. Or not. Come on, Shadow Fiend. No. That's alright. We lose our big win streak, but we only take, what, 4 damage? 5 damage? Unless they have Vicious Intent. Okay, 5 damage. Alright, that's whatever. Whatever. And that person just got eliminated, so what do I care? We didn't beat the other 2 players. One person also on the Arc Warden strategy, one person on Double Disruptor. Oh boy. Alright, so the player on Double Disruptor, we're gonna spread out quite a bit. Yeah, something like that. Oh, it's the creep round. Well, I stand by this positioning for the creep round. It's still fine. It's kind of hard because a lot of these fights can kind of go either way. It's kind of hard to tell whether you're really like, unless you're like dominatingly winning, it's pretty hard to tell, you know, that you're definitely going to win the fight because you've got all the random procs of the Primordial Alliance here. Like whether or not you get a key disarm at a key time is like will be a big impact on the fights. So I have like the opponents have repelled our army a couple times, but I still think we're pretty strong. Moonshard or Dagon? I don't really have anybody to put Moonshard on that's that great. I think I'll pick up Dagon and try to snipe down their Arc Warden, because the one player has the Arc Warden. I just want to snipe that down before it really gets to go crazy, you know? I wonder if that's a good counterplay. There's the Enigma. Perfect. Alright. Now maybe I can just start saving up, actually. Save up to... if I can get a level up. That's a long ways away, though. That's like 3 rounds away. The game will probably be over by then, if I had to guess. One way or another. Maybe us who's dead. Uh-oh. Yup. I don't think I get eliminated here, but it hurts. 21. Oh boy. That's not good. That's not good. They just have... everybody else has disruptors, and that's what's really messing us up. All these disruptors. We can get our own. Is that going to be better than an Enigma? No way, right? It might be. No, I don't know. It's hard to say. Well, I think we lose here. I don't have the damage output to punch through these. Punch through their regen. Just don't have the raw DPS. Arc Warden starts to fall off here. Against these type of fights. Not eliminated just yet. What are they doing differently? They have more warlocks. They've got 4 warlocks now. Hey, Savage got eliminated. Sweet. So that means it's Arc Warden v Arc Warden. And maybe Disruptor is the key point here. There's the Disruptor. Alright, well, we'll get that in over the Enigma, and hopefully that's good enough. I wonder if Is Dagon? Dagon is eliminating something. I wonder if it's hitting their Arc Warden or not. It probably isn't. That would really be ideal if we could hit their Arc Warden. No, zap something else. But there's like, it's so hard to predict where their Arc Warden is going to go. Yeah, ugh, that's rough. All right. Well, GG. We got a good second place here. Lost to the exact same matchup that, you know. Oh, we have the Aegis. Oh, right, we have Aegis. I forgot. All right, we got one more round. Maybe we were touch preemptive. We just need to get some good RNG here. I don't really know how that's going to work out, if it's going to work out. Can I... Is Gyrocopter better than any option I've got? Is he better than Kunkka? Probably not. Not better than a Kunkka 2-star. Alright, well, got one more shot at it. I'm not optimistic, for the record. Yeah, they're 4 Warlocks. I think that's the key part here, is 4 Warlocks. That's what we needed. We only have 2, and that's not nearly enough. The Necrophos and everything is really pulling them ahead. Yeah. Alright, well, that went a lot better than the last time we tried to play Arc Warden. And we got promoted. We got our rank right back up. Sweet! Alright, so thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little demo of Arc Warden before it gets nerfed to oblivion in the next couple days. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video. See ya.